Alright, today we're going to change out this front sprocket. The stock sprocket is a 15T, and the good folks at TourTech have a SS16T, which will lower my RPMs and increase my higher speed, but it will take away from my low end in the dirt, which I'm fine with that because I ride more on the street than I do on the dirt. The big question on this bike is whether this sprocket will fit this bike. This is a $30 product, and they gave it to me at half price after I questioned them, because right here it says it fits the F650GS and the G650X. So when I questioned them about whether it would fit the Sertao, they didn't have an answer. So for me to be the guinea pig, I got it for half price, and they gave me a free hat. So we're gonna check it out and see how it goes. First thing that has to happen on this bike mod is this cover has to come off.
Here, come on. Get in there.
And that's this sprocket cover.
There, come on.
So when I get it off, we'll be back. Okay, the Torx heads are T30s. Now you're going to need an extremely long one to get to this one up here. But the bottom two you can get to with just a shorty with an extension. I'm using a 6-inch extension. Oh, and this is incredibly loose. Now what I use my packaging for my tools, also doubles as my tool, my parts deal. Yep, I gotta get a longer one. Be back. Alright, your Sertao comes with a T30 Torx. Unknowns to me why they have one, but they don't have some other shit. Okay, now here's the most interesting question. When you get the sprocket, it's got the beveled, not the beveled, it's got the extension on one end, then it's flush on the other end. Okay, so when you're going to install it, it appears to me that this extension is going to go to towards the engine. I'll let you know in a minute. Alright, that bolt that goes in there is a 17 millimeter. You'll need a 17 millimeter socket because you're not going to get on there with a wrench. And now that I've released it a little bit, the extension on the sprocket extrudes to the outside, away from the engine. Hence, like this, This is going to give me lower RPMs at higher speed. First of all, I'm going to make sure this fits. I'm going to push the chain down. And yes, it plugs in perfectly. It is the right sprocket with a 16T, going from a 15T. Now if you note, it's not taller. It's really not wider. But it gains an extra tooth that will swallow the RPMs down quite a bit. So let me get this on. The other thing is, you may have to undo the back tires so you can move the rim forward so you can get that on, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. Alright, I got it on the forward end, and I ran out of Loctite, so I'm going to use some plumber's tape, the white stuff. And that'll be just as good as Loctite. Now what I did is, instead of removing the, or slackening up the rear rim, I took it off the rear sprocket. So now at this point, I'm going to put the chain back on there by going to the bottom and spinning the tire. Maybe. Alright, all I did there was I pried the plastic chain guard out and spun the rear tire. It wasn't easy, but I got her done. So now it's just a matter of putting everything back on, and away we go. And finish tightening this down. Step on the rear brake. I don't remember what the foot-pounds are for the tightening, but I pretty much know how tight to go, because I've done this a time or two, just not on a BMW. So, outstanding. 16T's on. 15T goes in the box. And I'll give you a ride report in the morning on the 5th of November, because today's the 4th. So, thanks for watching. Didn't tighten up the chain that much, so we're pretty much good to go. Alright, got the cover back on. Had to force it a little bit, but the temperature's good for that. It's upper 50s. So make sure you hand tighten these. Make sure they're threading on their own, so you don't cross thread nothing. And once again, when you're tightening stuff, don't strip them. I've got enough experience that I know where to stop. In a pinch, a wrench makes a good lever for tightening up stuff with an Allen head style wrench like that. So, coolness. We're going to take this off the jack stand and we're going to take it for a test drive. And I'll see you in the helmet. Steel feels pretty good. Once the weight gets on it, it's going to change a little bit. I may have to go back and adjust it. But if you're going to do this kind of work, you know how to adjust your chain. So you want to pay the dealer to do this. It was 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, really, and a sprocket. So anyway, my thanks to Touratech, especially Kimmo, who answered up and took on my cause about what they told me was they didn't know if it fit the G650 GS. So I answered her back with, I think it's a she. I answered her back with, really, from a quality company like you guys, you can't tell me if that's going to fit that bike. So to be the guinea pig, they gave me a free hat. They gave me the Sprocket at half price. NT8, cutting edge. Y'all know me. I can't wait to test her out. This is going to be exciting. Thanks, Kimmo. NT8 in the yard. Working on the bike. Center stand on Thursday, probably Friday. From Touratech also. Thanks for watching. Later on.